Good people, what's going on? Welcome to episode 95 of Dome Podcast. And today, man, I got one of my favorite producers, man, real talk. And I've said this online over the years, man. A brother with over 22 years in the game, making dope production. Credits from Black Thought, Busta Rhymes, J.I.D., Redman, Smith and Wesson, Little Brother, Elzai, Evidence, Rhapsody, Fonte. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We'll get into some of that, man. And I also said that when it comes to drums, outside of Knots, this brother also has some of my favorite drums, man. The one and only Khrysis, man. What's good, my brother?
Peace, man. How y'all doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, everything is good, man. Look, man, so one thing I wanted to start off with, we'll go down memory lane and all that stuff like that, man. But the other day we was speaking, and you had said about going live on Twitch TV, right? And I want you to kind of get into Twitch TV, man. What's that? What you got going on with that, man? What's your vision with that, and things of that nature?
All right, so first of all, appreciate you asking, man. So I started the show on Twitch. It's called Beat Critiques, where I get on once a week or twice a week, live during the week, and then I just pull up and coming producers, new producers, man, and I just come in. I try to give them live feedback on on their music. I take songs as well. You know what I'm saying? I'll have them, they'll be up in the screen right here somewhere or something like that. And I'll just sit there and have a conversation with them live, you know what I'm saying? While playing their music and giving them live feedback.
Right. Oh, so it's live feedback for them. And
yeah,
at the end of the day, do some of them still stay in touch with you, or do they come back on to other nights that you live and showcase other beats and things of that nature?
I mean, a lot of them come back. You got some mainstays. JP, the producer, man. She's from VA, but she stay in New York. But
okay.
She ends the show every night. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of inside jokes. It's actually we kind of got a whole community going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got our own inside jokes. You know what I'm saying? We got our traditions. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to develop little segments of the show. At some point, I've been talking with them about taking all the beats that they've been sending and making a compilation out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's growing. It's growing. You know what I'm saying? It took me probably about 2-3 years to really get the platform to where it is today. I had a lot of stops and starts. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm here in LA, I've been able to get. It took me a little minute, but I was able to get right back to it. Just about everybody has come back. You know what I'm saying? I took like a year off, and then probably within like the third or fourth broadcast, everybody who originally used to show up to the original broadcast started showing up, and then started bringing their friends along too. So and also I have guest hosts sometimes. Soundtrack is co-hosted with me.
Okay.
Who's co-host with me? I sometimes I like better. What I need to start doing more often is just having cats in the room reacting with me, so they can hear everybody, and then I put a mic in the room so people can hear the people reacting to what they're hearing as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me giving them feedback. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, cats, so it's like a really of environment of cats just hanging out, playing beats with each other, and like giving, but at the same time I do give the live feedback, and I just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times what I'm noticing too, man, it's just cats, man. They might make a certain style of production, and they don't have anybody around them that enjoys that type of music, or the people around them that enjoys, like, let's say you got you got a fan, you got a kid that's making boom bap beats, but everybody around him loves trap music. He's kind of in the wrong room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to let it, and I'm just trying to put them in positions to let them know, hey, you just in the wrong room. You're not making bad shit. You're not whack. You're just in the wrong room. But
let me ask you a question.
I would tell the same thing to a trap producer too. Like, you come in here, it's like, okay, it's dope. It's dope.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here, but then sometimes you got a younger producer, he might like the Playboy Cardi type stuff.
Right.
And it's like he'll play that, and I'll be like, look, I couldn't tell you, but I know somebody that does. Well, probably I know somebody that could. You know what I'm saying? So there's no bias or anything like that. Like, maybe I can't tell you, but I know there's somebody in here that can, and we'll go find that person. We'll find somebody in the room. I'll find somebody in the chat that, hey, Go hang out with this guy. I think he know. I think he. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, so I'm doing all of that within Beat Critiques. So yeah, it's kind of like a little universe we got going on. Yeah.
No, that's dope. Now, since you say like different styles of beats, is there certain nights where you might start your live and say, "Hey, tonight, man, it's all about trap music," or tonight is about soul beats and stuff, or you just let whoever send the beats in, they send them in, and like you said, you just speak to the people, you know, what I'm saying, either in the chat or in the room with you, and say, "Hey, what do you think about that style of production?"
I mean, it doesn't matter what you bring. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Okay,
just as long as you know it's not a competition. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It's not a competition because I guess the focus ain't on who's better than who. It's what can you do in the record. What can you do to build the fans and be the artist? What can you do to be an artist? You know what I'm saying? Because maybe okay, I've done beat battles, but I
right,
also had to know how to make songs. Okay.
absolutely,
You got, but then now there's a new thing that I'm learning about that I've learned about in the past couple of years where people just want to do live stage shows with the finger drumming type stuff. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Which we have a kid in there that's super nice with that. JT, the producer, he from Virginia.
okay,
Yeah, JT from Virginia. He's super. He moved down to Charlotte. He ended up being on the
okay.
news, finger drumming and stuff. He'll actually be out here in Nam in the Akai room as well. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll get into that later. But yeah, we'll get into that later. But yeah, he'll be he's really shining bright in the finger drummer world, and he actually gives me feedback on that world, and I let him know like, first of all, he's nasty at finger drumming, but then but he came with me, and I gave him the feedback that I gave him, and
Right,
he didn't quit finger drumming. He just started getting in the practice of making songs more. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So this is what I think that's my goal too, is to help these beat makers turn into producers. You know what I'm saying? And understand what the difference is. And get into the practice of making songs. That's one of the main reasons why this is not
Mhm.
a battle, because I feel like we're kind of losing the art of making songs. We've gotten so deep into certain parlor tricks that we're not getting songs done anymore.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that has to do with, the way people are making beats. You know what I'm saying? So, they might look up to because for a while, the only producers that they had to look up to were the finger drummers and probably some other folks. You know what I'm saying? And I guess more people that were making instrumental albums as well. You know what I'm saying? Not saying there's anything wrong with it. I don't
right.
think there's
No doubt.
anything wrong with that. But they, at the same time, they want to get with artists and rappers. They want to make songs. So I think that part of the game is missing, where it's like, they might be chasing after one or two rappers, and it's just like, nah, look around you, go find the people that like the same things you like and want to make what you make. You just got to go out there and find them. So
Let me ask you a question.
go.
What's that big misconception in regard to a beat maker versus a producer? Because you had said something just now. What's the biggest, in your opinion, 2 decades been in the game? What's that misconception of beat maker versus producer?
I'm with Curtis on this one. Now we stop. Like, we still there? All right. Shout out to Curtis King too, but he just did a dope video about that.
Okay.
But it's like I said, this is a very old conversation. But it's like, yeah, producers are more about song building. You know what I'm saying? And then there's different
Okay.
levels of it too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
that's how you're able to have maybe one beat maker in a room, but like three people who produced the record, only one nigga made the beat.
I
You know
feel
what I'm
you.
saying?
I
Because
feel you.
three people was like, because you probably had 2-3 different people in the room that was like, yo, this is where the hook go, this is where that go, this is where that go, this is where that go. You know what
Well,
I'm
the
saying?
only reason why I brought it back up again, because even though it's an old conversation and things of that nature, some people still be kind of getting confused with that and have their own idea of what that is. And it's always good to hear from an actual producer. But let me ask you this: when it comes to the Twitch TV, is the plan for some of the young guys, or even for you, so okay, well, this person is very, very skilled. Do you give like any recommendations in terms of like linking them with anyone maybe you've worked with in the past, and maybe say, hey man, if you've talked to Buster, like, man, Buster, yo, I got this young dude from like Utah, man, like, you mind if I get you some beats? I mean, is that ever a conversation to that degree?
It hasn't had to. I mean, even though I've done it sometimes, but the most actually, probably the person that was on Beat Critiques early, that was coming to Beat Critiques early, um, the one that was the most successful, I ain't even know it. It came out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just looked up one day, he on Snoop album.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like I look up one day, I'm reading credits and it's produced by, and then I was able to connect the dots because
Oh,
there was cats coming especially when I was doing it on Instagram. It was people coming to the Instagram show like Focus would stop by, Knots would stop by, like what I'm saying, different.
got you.
It would be different
Okay.
cats. You know what I'm saying? They'll stop by and they would start reaching out to some of the producers. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to AG Music 89. Um, he would come to Beat Critiques all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, sometimes Focus would stop. Sometimes Focus would stop by. Next thing I know, AG is producing on Snoop's album. He did like the title track.
That's incredible.
And I think he did a record with Mars too, called Right Now, Mars from 1500. Yeah, so because he rapped too, so he did a record with Mars, and I think it had a Buster feature on it too. So yeah, like some of these, yeah, and he don't come to Beat Critiques that much no more.
Hey man, that's great news to hear.
Like he used to, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so for anybody listening, aspiring producers, I mean, check in with Khrysis because as you can see, you got a young brother putting beats out there, and next thing you know, he's on a legendary person's project. You know what I'm saying?
I asked him, like, yo, what happened? How that? He's like, Focus. I was like, well, there it is. That just lets you know, you never really know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's dope is what I noticed about Twitch is people can come to my page. Whoever I pull up on my page, they can come to my page. They can come and watch the replay and make clips out of the parts that. Yeah. So if you have your own Twitch account, you know how you take this interview and clip it.
Yeah.
You did this on Twitch. I go on your Twitch page and make my own damn clips. You know what I'm saying? So
got you.
So they can clip and highlight the shit, whatever they do. And most likely if they do that, I'll repost it. So it's like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a community. You know what I'm saying? It's a community that does more than one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people build the confidence up because they probably never played their beats with nobody before, and they're just honestly looking for advice. Or they just feel like they're not getting in the right rooms, or they can't find their tribe, or you know what I'm saying. So, and these are all things that I encourage. You know what I'm saying. So, they might want to make beats, but they set their goals to be a performance. You know what I'm saying. But really, they want to make songs, but they don't know who to make songs with. So they just like, fucking, I'm gonna just do instrumentals. Well, shit, we got
that space is important. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So it's like it's cats in here that rap. Fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Oh man, that's a dope space, man. And you say you do it 3 nights a week right now, or is there a certain schedule? You do it 2 nights.
Yeah, it's 2 nights a week. It hasn't been a hard schedule. I'm still trying to get the schedule together because when basketball and football seasons kick in, that's when the first hour can get a little foggy. So I try to do it at like 10 p.m. East Coast time.
Yeah.
Just to keep it fair. But I'm noticing, everybody wants to come. Everybody's coming in after the game, so I'm probably just start after the game. You know what I'm saying? It's a live show. It's not like it's a tape show with people so I can film whatever. So it's about when they're trying to catch people when they got the free time. And it's looking like 11 p.m. during the week is when everybody's ready to jump in.
And you West Coast LA time.
I'm on LA time, but when I started the show, it was on East Coast time. So just to keep everything uniform, I just you know what I'm saying. Plus, I know that most of the people who are watching are on the East Coast still. So, yeah. So I just kept it where it was at. You know what I'm saying? Just I advertised it as it was. You know what I'm saying? Just to let folks know. And the people who were on the West, man, they know. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's dope, man. I wanted to make sure I got that part in first because when you and I spoke, I wanted to make sure that people knew about that. You know what I'm saying? And,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, man. And I'm gonna definitely make sure that I repost that part as far as like the Twitch, man, and letting people know about that to tap into you, man, because that kind of advice and guidance is needed with a lot of these young up and coming, aspiring beat makers / producers, however you want to do. But I want to ask you a question, man. Getting into you for a minute, because I thought about this a few minutes ago. Like, you work with so many different type of MCs and artists and groups or whatever. When you're digging in the crates per se, do you go to? Let me think of how to word this. Let's say the person likes boom soul beats, soul music. Will you like go and purposely listen to like 70s joints and try to pull from like 70s Motown, or like what's your process like digging in the crates for certain artists? You know, I was curious about that.
Yes. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, like it does depend on who I'm working with. Sometimes, like, you know, if I'm working with certain artists, I will dig for certain records. Like, oh yeah, for I don't want to give all my secrets out, but
No.
there's like different moods and textures. It's just like picking out an instrument for you know, if I'm it's like picking an instrument out. You know what I'm saying? I know if I'm gonna make a song, if I'm gonna make a gospel record, I'm getting the organ. If I'm gonna make a rock
Right.
and roll record, if I'm gonna make a rock and roll record, I'm gonna take the guitar and distort it. But if I'm gonna make an R&B record, I could take that same guitar and turn the distortion down, give it some, you know what I'm saying, maybe put a little wah wah pedal on it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
it all of that does come into play. Yeah. So like if I know I'm gonna make an R&B record, I'm gonna find those instruments to fit the occasion. But
Do
I'm
you have
looking
a
for it on a record as opposed to, you know, actually picking it up. Make sense?
do you actually have a favorite decade, man, that you sample from? I mean, that you
Yeah.
prefer?
Yeah, 60s, 70s, 60s and 70s, definitely for sure. And
Yeah.
maybe early 80s.
Early 80s.
Early 80s. 90s is creeping in there though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Because you got man,
because the
90s
20-year
R&B is crazy.
yeah, we're doing the 20-year swing, and thank God for, you know, we have the technology to really flip shit the way we want to now too. So yeah.
So, what knowing you were producing everything like that, man, I wanted to ask you as far as like the engineering part. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you get into like the engineering of the music?
Honestly, it was out of necessity, man. You know, we didn't have, you know, we was coming up in the Justice League. None of us was,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? There was probably about 4 or 5 producers, but none of us was
Right,
engineers. And the only people that sat time to, excuse me, the only the only one of us there was probably only 3 of us that took time to learn how to record, and that was me, Ninth, and Comanche.
right.
And then when it came down to like learning how to mix, it ended up being me and Ninth learning how to mix until, you know, we were able to turn the duties over to somewhere else. I know a lot of you know, I know the listening. Mike Ninth kind of mixed that himself, or
Right,
Ninth and Fonte. You know what I'm saying? Because Fonte got a neck. Fonte got the ear. Fonte got the ear for it.
right,
Even though he might not touch a machine, he definitely has the ear.
right.
So you know, we would it would just be it would definitely during the Little Brother records, you know what I'm saying? Especially like during the minstrel show, Connected for sure.
As far as change joint,
Yeah, and then Connected for
yeah,
sure. I think Nicolay did like the final mix, but what
right,
the way we would do between, because I started recording halfway through Connected. That's how me and Tay started building our rapport,
right.
and to the point where when we got to the second album, Leave It All Behind, all of those sessions was just me and Tay and whoever
Oh,
was with.
really?
Yeah,
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 because that joint got a Grammy nomination, didn't it? Leave it all
yeah. That's
behind.
the one. Yeah, so that was so it would just be me, Tay,
Daykeeper
and,
or something like that.
huh?
What was like the song? Was that
And
song
the song was
Daykeeper?
Daykeeper featuring Musina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, you was engineering some on that.
I was the recording engineer for 3 nights putting that song together.
Gotcha.
And
Do you think people? Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna have fun with this one. So, because you know, like, you know, Fonte
Yeah,
don't write nothing on paper, not even his R&B records. You
I
know what I'm
didn't know
saying?
that.
Yeah, he don't write nothing on paper. So
Wow,
yeah, he'll get in the studio. Not even, and then the second Foreign Exchange album is when he stopped writing his R&B records.
I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, nigga, we going to the studio.
That's
we going to the
impressive, yo.
studio. We're going to the studio. I'll probably get there at 11 o'clock at night. He'll show up probably by like 11:30. And mind you, this is when we're looking at like 2005. So
Hmm.
YouTube just started. We're watching like Reverend X and dumb shit like that on YouTube till about 1 in the morning when he finally decides he wants to write. From there,
Right.
from there he'll sit there and mumble to himself for 2 hours, and then finally be like, "All right, I got it."
Oh, so Fonte on some Jay-Z shit.
Like, I don't know.
I get. I mean, that's what
I
it
can't.
sounds like.
I cannot confirm nor deny
I
his
feel you.
inspiration for that. I can't, because he switched up his flow too. Like right before, like halfway through the minstrel show, he switched up his flow too, and then decided to stop writing. Like I would like to say, "Loving It" is the first time he used that flow. And we was all looking around the room like, "What the fuck did this nigga just do?"
So it just came out of nowhere and shit.
Yeah, that shit came out of nowhere one day. And the next thing I know, yeah, because he started spacing his words out a lot different. You know what I'm saying? When Tay pulled his verses out, promoter he never used that flow before. We're all
Did he ever talk to y'all about that? Like,
Knife
why
did
he
record
started
that
doing
one.
that?
That's one Knife actually recorded, but I was in the room for it, and it was just, what the fuck did this nigga just do? Like, yeah. So that was a time.
You ever explain why he started flowing like that?
He was just like, yo, I'm just trying to do something. I just want to stand out. That was his thing. He was just like, I just want to stand out. I just want to, I just want to try to find some shit that niggas ain't doing. That was his argument.
So that's impressive. So going back to the engineering part real quick, do you feel like, man, people underestimate the importance of an engineer on a project? Because sometimes you can listen to some project like, man, I don't think they had an engineer for that project, man. I don't think some people understand. I believe it's supremely important, but do you think it's overlooked by some people, even artists?
There's two answers to this. Because when you don't know, and let's say, in it depends on who the audience, who you want your audience to be. I put it that way. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming real grassroots, and like, if it's more important for you to get the record out than it is for you to present the record, which everybody's gonna have that phase in their career. Like, case in point, 36 Chambers. That's probably one of the worst mixed albums, but it sounds incredible, right? Like,
exactly.
There's all types
of
nasty. It's some nasty mixing mistakes on that album.
Cal too.
Like Cal, and even
Dirty.
Probably the best worst mixing job I've ever heard was probably Cuban Links. That album knocks. But like, the vocals is distorted. It's probably double feeds. I'm hearing double feeds all through that shit. The kicks are blown out, but we love it. I love it to this day. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have noticed this. These are things we didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But now, and probably the naked ear wouldn't know, or probably they'd be able to tell the difference. If you listen to Iron Flag versus Cuban Links, you'll hear oh yeah, it sounds cleaner, but you don't know what it was. Yeah, but you don't know what it is.
Forever is definitely cleaner than Tikal, you know what I'm saying?
It is, but it ain't cleaner than Iron Flag.
What? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Iron Flag was a lot cleaner, and I would say Run. If you listen to Run, that's probably one of his Run by Ghostface. That's with Jadakiss. That's one of his best mixes, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's probably one of his best mix songs. You know what I'm saying? But the road to get there, you know what I'm saying? Like, as an engineer and as somebody who like really started paying attention to how records are mixed, and as somebody who just recently learned that I've been doing shit wrong, and I've been doing shit wrong for mad long, and I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I just learned last year when I moved out here. Now I'm getting with the people who mix records in LA, and I'm seeing Ricks and record and see how they're doing. Now I'm picking up all the shit that they're doing. So
because it's funny you said that. Speaking of LA, I remember watching an interview with DJ Quick, because he did some engineering on All Eyes on Me, and he was talking about how terribly mixed Machiavelli was. He was like, man, because the new interview was like, man, you didn't do Machiavelli, did you? Like, hell no, I didn't do that shit. He's like, you hear how terrible Machiavelli sound? It was about the sound of it.
Yeah. Vocals is distorted, and niggas yelling all over.
It's rushed.
They got if you can listen, you can hear it on Hail Mary. Hail Mary was a horribly mixed song, but people felt it so well that it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and those are the times when it don't matter, when people just love it that much, because just like Black Moon entered the stage, it sounded like the Beatmiles did that shit in the basement somewhere. I mean, it's not mixed well, but it sounds great.
But they went and remixed a couple of them songs, and they sound a whole lot better.
They did.
The remixes are a lot. You can hear them learning. You can hear an artist learning how to. You can hear producers learning how to mix and record their stuff better as they go along. It's really dope. It's for me, it's a fun process to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is, because you can listen to how Straight Outta Compton was, and then Niggas for Life sound totally. It was the production and everything. It sound cleaner. The beat sound more polished. You know what I'm saying? It sound like they was using better equipment. Or
you get the same thing going from the Chronic to Doggy Style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Doggy Style cleaner.
Yeah, everything sounds cleaner. Everything sounds Doggy Style sounds just like, I think Chronic he did at the house, but he did Doggy Style at the studio. You know,
let me ask you this then, since we on sounds real quick, man. Like, what album do you think is the as far as engineering is probably one of the better engineered albums in hip hop? Do you have any that come to mind though?
I do have a couple that come to mind. Pete Rock probably had one of the best engineers in the world. So Soul Survivor 1 is probably one of my favorite albums.
Yes, great. It sounds great.
That mix, that is probably one of my favorite mixed albums. Every time I get a new system, I test it with Soul Survivor 1. Shout out to Pete Rock's engineer, Jamie.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a great engineer. Who else? The Big Bang by Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
That's probably one of my favorite mixed albums also.
The album sounds great.
That album sounds incredible.
That's my favorite Busta album, as a matter of fact. But go ahead.
Mine too.
Okay.
I would go with To Pimp a Butterfly.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Because I love To Pimp a Butterfly. I get pushed back on this because I actually think that
we're just talking about engineering and mixing, by the way.
Say what?
We're just talking about engineering and mixing, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. So engineering and mixing, you feel like it's superb?
I think that is superb, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's dope because they had a dope process with that where Ali ran the songs through a tape machine to really get that saturation.
Well, I love the album, nevertheless.
Yeah. You can even hear the tape hiss through the album and stuff too. So it's just like, yeah.
How do you think Get Rich or Die Trying is engineered?
Same way, probably. I know. Well, I mean that one was definitely like Pro Tools, because I want to say like Pro Tools came about around 96, 97. Mobb Deep claims to have the first album fully done on Pro Tools, which would be Hell on Earth. But then apparently RZA just revealed that he did some editing on 36 chambers, which would take us back to like 92, 93.
Right.
Even though it was recorded on tape, apparently he did the editing in Pro Tools. But yeah, Mobb Deep is probably like the first album that was like recorded and edited and mixed and finalized in Pro Tools.
Did Hell on Earth sound that much better than Infamous in talking about engineering the sound?
All right. So I would say that to me, the Infamous sounded better. Because when I listen to Hell on Earth, it sounds colder. It sounds a lot colder, and it sounds a little bit more hollow. You know what I'm saying? The bass ain't as thick. The snares are going crazy. But the bass ain't as thick. But the vocals are a lot crispy, but they're not as round on the bottom end isn't as round as it is on the Infamous. And that's also Q-Tip mixing as well. The Infamous was Q-Tip on the
right. So, right. So, but he didn't do any mixing on Hell on Earth, did he?
No, that was Mobb Deep on their own.
On their own.
Yeah.
Well, I guess all things considered, I mean, obviously Havoc wasn't Q-Tip in terms of, I guess, mixing, but he did a pretty good job on that Hell on Earth. I thought it sounded pretty good, but your ear's gonna sound different than mine.
I didn't say it sounds bad. I just said
I know you didn't.
It sounds different. I'm just telling you what the differences are. It doesn't sound bad for anybody, because people hear me talk like this and be like, no, it's just different. It's not.
Yeah, we don't mean that, people.
I'm not a hater. I'm not that much of a hater. I just don't like, it's just different. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with
that. You can have a great song with a terrible mix, and you can have a terrible mix, and you can have a terrible song that's mixed incredibly. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not about when it comes to mixing, there are certain things about taste, but like good or bad is not it doesn't mean it's a good or bad song. Now, a good mix can save your song if you do have a bad one. But if the song is good and you get the perfect take and that person cannot recreate that take, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
right.
You know what I'm saying? So mixing is an art as well, just as much as beat making and writing is. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to a point, okay, once you learn the parameters and the rules and the parameters, that's when you start. It's just like it's what I tell anybody when they get a new drum machine, right? Take the however long you think it takes you to learn a new piece of equipment, it's actually double that. Because let's say I get a new drum machine, I'm gonna spend the first 6 months learning what it's supposed to do.
Right.
And then I'm gonna spend another 6 months trying to figure out how to make it do what it ain't supposed to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in mixing too. You know what I'm saying? So, you spend however long doing figuring out what you're supposed to do, what the rules are, and how to work within the confines of those rules. Once you learn that, then you start veering off and adding your own things, and you can create your signature and your preferences from there.
Well, the good thing is you can always get better in saying as an engineer, producer, whatever. So I mean, of course, you've gotten better over years, and it brings me to this question. You've done quite a few fully produced albums, like whether it's with your group when it was the Way Team or Gerald Jackson, whatever, or your own joints, whatever. Do you have one that you felt like, okay, this one sounds the way I intended it to sound as far as the engineering, the mix, and everything, like your best produced album? Like, do you have one that come to mind? Like, I got it right that time. You know what I'm saying?
Thought. I think I got it right on Thought on the first hour of Khrysis. Yeah, I think I got it right that time. And I even did a little bit of experimenting. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was definitely mixing and recording incorrectly, but I found I'm doing things incorrect, but I've found where the confines for certain shit was. So at that point, I felt like that was my best work. But now that I've learned what I learned, I kind of want to go back and try different shit now. But that's regardless. The best mix I've put out, I would like to say the Hour of Khrysis, or
no, man, that's a
fantastic album. So many voices and so many songs from so many different eras of my life and make it sound like one thing. Yeah. I think I killed that.
Man, just let me tell you, bro. Let me give you flowers on that, man. I think it was 2021 when it came out, correct? That's a fantastic album, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying that, man. I actually listened to it yesterday again. It's been a minute since I listened to it, and it's crispy. That's why I asked, because it sounds so clean and crisp to me all the way through. And just the guest, and we're gonna get in. Let me say that right now. You had group albums, but this is your solo joint, man. Like, reflecting back, like a young dude, man, growing, from Jersey, growing up in Durham. Could you imagine at some point, man, you're gonna have a solo album, and then you're gonna have Busta Rhymes and De La Soul and Dale and all these people on it, man? Like, what was that process like during the Hour of Khrysis, man? And just, I know it's not your first piece of work, but it's your first like baby in terms of like your solo joint, man. Like what was that process like, man? When you finished, how did that feel with the guest appearances and everything like that? Because it's pretty monumental in your career, in my opinion.
It was surreal, man. Especially I think I went and did Instagram Live that night or something like that too, man. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Especially after Busta kind of turned his verse in like super last minute and all of that stuff. So,
is it that Negro spiritual or something like that?
Yeah. He dropped his verse like super last minute, so it was just like everything was just.
Pharaoh on that joint too.
Yeah, and yeah, I rhymed on it too. So
yeah, I know it sounds crazy.
Thank you. But yeah, working on that album, man. Well, first of all, it took me like 12 years to put that motherfucker together. My Achilles heel when I'm working on records is always waiting on features. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So the album is it's a compilation album. So the whole shit is just features. So, and I really had to go through songs that I had laying around that I knew wasn't going to come out, or, scrambling, trying to get people to participate in the record and trying to really
sitting on it.
Yeah, man. It took me a long time to really get that together and put a record.
Hey, you a lot of patience, don't you, when you in that process, right?
Well, I had a lot of other things to do, you know what I'm saying? Because during that time, we had Rhapsody dropping, we had Act Proof dropping, we had all the, we had Remo, everybody was dropping that jam. So Heather, ruled it, and then later on Ruben came in, and then Ian came in, and Q came in. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it's not like I didn't have nothing to do.
Hey, Khrysis, you know what?
What's up?
What's funny, it made me think about, man, down here, y'all was kind of like No Limit, because y'all was dropping albums every damn
We was
week,
dropping
boy.
mixtapes every month, man. Let me tell you
Mixtapes.
something. Yeah. Especially like during the blog era. Yeah, we was dropping
Yeah,
mixtapes every 2-3 months, or every
all the
other week.
time.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then I guess
And videos.
and videos. Yeah, we was a factory, man. That little room right there that you got in the room, we was knocking them out.
Yeah, you see that, right?
I see that. You know
That
what I
was
mean?
intentional, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
So
that's
look,
so damn long ago. Shit, I'm skinny as shit
it's,
still.
I know it. I did it. I was joking because I want you to see that. I was like, I'm gonna mess with him a little bit because this is a throwback to the early days of Bright Lady, right?
Heck yeah, man. That's early Bright Lady when it first opened up. I think I just got the machine too. Like, so I was
Man,
still learning how to use it.
yeah. Speaking of that, the last time I actually saw you was in Bright Lady. It's probably about a year before you moved to LA, because you was putting me on. I wish I would have written this down. You put me onto this Jay Dilla beat, man, and you was like, "Yo, that joint always had me in a chokehold, bro." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember the beat right now on top of my head,
Mm.
but you played it for me. And just real quick, since I brought that up, man, what's your overall thoughts, man, on Jay Dilla, man?
I mean, that boy nasty, man. I mean, I wish he was still here, man. That boy nasty,
Yeah,
man. Like, he set a standard, man. He set a standard. Because we all sound like him now, damn near, in some sort of way. He made every producer step their game up. He made every producer switch their drum style up. Like, the unquantized sound is pretty much a standard out here now. You know what I'm saying?
it's
So
incredible.
it's crazy, right? Like 20, here we are, 20 years after his death, and his drum style is the standard in underground hip hop damn near almost. You know what I'm saying? So like it's probably about 2 or 3 of his styles
Wow,
that's standard now.
that's
Crazy, right? 2 or
that's
3 of his,
impressive, ain't it?
if you really think about it.
For you as a producer saying that is wild, because I remember P said the same thing to me one time. He was like, "Man, Dilla was just doing something other people wasn't doing."
He wasn't. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And then, everybody then kind of, here we are 20 years later, everybody kind of figured out what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
A lot of what he was doing has been revealed. There's still some secrets left, but you know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, now that a lot of people figured out, or a lot of people associate certain things with him now too. It's like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? So if you do beats a certain way, it's this the Dilla style. Or if you'll say, oh, I want to
wow.
say, like, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I actually had to, to the point where it's like everything applies to him, where it's, you kind of, all right, you can start there, but here's where it really comes from, and then it brings you to, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope. It's dope to see how that happened, man. You know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know, like, the real shit is what
Yeah,
prevails.
I was commuting the other day to one of my offices, man, and I had that Dilla song. It was a song. It was the beat. I think it's called "Life" with your boy that Proof that passed away. It's a joint called "Life,"
Okay,
if
that
I'm
must
not
be
mistaken.
unreleased. That's an unreleased joint.
Yeah,
Okay.
it might have been on one of Proof projects, but he was more underground at the time or whatever. But it was one of the ones that just put you in a zone, man. Like it was different, man. It was different. But
Yeah.
speaking of that, man, like coming up, bro, as a youngster, because you're not just a producer, you're a rapper as well. You know what I'm saying? So when you was coming up as a youngster, I'm you wrong, man. So you said some credit, man. But
I'll explain it. Keep going.
okay, but when you was a shorty on the production side, man, like was there a moment when you heard something, a certain song or a certain album, as far as that producer and those beats, and you was like, man, I want to be a producer, bro. That shit just blew my mind. I'm obsessed with. I want to get me a drum machine or whatever the case may be, and I want to start making music, making beats. Was that
It was
one person, or a few, or album, or song?
it was an era. It was an era for me. Especially I'm gonna call it the Wu-Tang era. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Between, you know what I'm saying, everything that was dropping between like 93 to like 98. I'm like, yeah, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
because I'm super inspired by the RZA, DJ
Mm-hmm.
Premier, Jay Dilla as well. But my Jay Dilla inspirations probably didn't come till I was like in college.
Gotcha.
That'll put just to because I'm gonna say this. I got put on to DJ Premier in '96. Like,
That was
okay,
the
like this is the
hard
guy
to
that's
earn.
doing the beats.
Right
This is
after hard to earn.
right, but it was through It Was Written.
I gave you power.
Yeah. So here's what happened. This dude
Okay.
had the first two Nas albums. You know, he had like a 90-minute cassette.
Okay.
And side one was Illmatic, and side two was It Was Written.
Okay.
So he started pointing out, okay, Primo did this, Preem did this, Preem did this, and then he pulled out Crush by Big Sugar. It's like, yo, Primo did this. Oh yeah,
right.
And then this, and then I'm like, and then Unbelievable. I'm like, oh shit,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Too, and I kind of already had the ear because I was recognizing. My dad had like, I was hearing. I'd be listening to De La Soul, and I would hear stuff from my dad's record collection on a De La Soul record or a Tribe record or another or any of my tapes. I think I was playing NBA Jam one time, and Sucker Nigga came on, and my dad was like, "This Red Clay."
Love
hey, Sucker Nigga. He's on fire. Oh, man, that's Red Clay by such and such. What? It's Red Clay by such and such. He pulled out the record. Boop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You got to tiptoe through the living room. you can't walk full foot in the living room. You know what I'm talking about? Them joints. Yeah. I think he upgraded to the Pioneer by then. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I kind of already had, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. I understood the concept that they was pulling these songs from records already. Mm-hmm. So yeah, when I got to DJ Premier, heard what he was doing, it was somewhere between like Represent and maybe somewhere I think I heard Shadowbox, and then I'm like, I gotta figure this out. Like, what are they doing?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I understood that they were filtering, so like when I was doing my pause tape beats, you know how some tape decks would have the tone knob.
Okay.
So I would do my pause loop, right, and then turn the tone knob down, record that loop, and just bring it over to another tape and just have the tone down, and eventually it started filtering down to where you would just hear the bass line. And then that's how it filtered. Yeah. That's how I was doing filtered bass lines on pause tapes. And I would have another and then I'll have another tape with the tone knob going the opposite way. So I had this dual cassette here, then I had the stereo here with the aux plug that's recording with the dual cassette coming out. So I got two tapes on the dual cassette, one of them with the low filter and one of them with the high filter. And I got them. And I'm pausing them like that onto the other tape. And then I would take that tape, run it back into the joint. And then I had the cassette tape for the Discman, for the Sony Discman.
Mm-hmm.
I would run that into a Yamaha keyboard with an 1/8 inch jack because it had a headphone jack on it with an 1/8 inch. I would tap out drums on my Yamaha keyboard with the pause loops playing on one side, the CD tape adapter on the other side with me tapping out the keyboard from the Yamaha, and that's going into like this little aux plug in the stereo, recording onto another tape. And that's how I started making beats.
That's dope, man.
I was doing that at like 15 years old, 16 years old.
Oh, I'm glad you just explained that, because I think the other night when we were speaking on the phone, I asked you about the pause tape with DJ Premier and Nas, man. We had a conversation about that. I really want you to share your thoughts about that.
When I heard that record, listen, first, all right, I know what you're trying to do. All right.
I ain't forget, dog.
I'm gonna get through the first answer. First of all, pause tapes, super relatable record. And then my second thought was, this is the most Primoest beat that Primo has ever.
That's right. That's what you said.
All right. As somebody who has studied Primo from my teenage years, that is the same formula, without giving away too many secrets. The beat for pause tapes, Primo uses the same formula that he probably used on Unbelievable and D'Angelo's Lady remix. Thank you. Yeah. So that's why. You know what I'm saying? You got the break with another sound from another break, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So needless to say, he went back to some of his essence with that pause tape track on Light Years.
Definitely. There is classic Primo on that album. Don't get it confused. It's classic Preem, with modern day mixing, but it's classic Preem. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And people probably don't. You know what? I was just talking about this shit last night on Beat Critiques. People are so
Bring
plugged
it
in.
on, bro.
All right. As far when it comes to beat making and modern beat making, everybody's so plug-in out they don't know what the real shit sounds like anymore. Motherfuckers is they're making plugins for your records. They make they're making plugins to make your record sound like a record. Like if I pull off of something and then they're making it go wobble and all that. I get it. It's cool textures, man, but I think people don't. Everything's so plug in and affected out. People don't understand what natural sounds sound like anymore. I think that's where or natural sounds or natural techniques. You know what I'm saying, without the fluff. You know what I'm saying? That Primo didn't come with Primo never came with a whole lot of fluff in his beats. You know what I'm saying? There's never a lot of it's just him and them records. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's him and them records. It's him that machine and them records. If you can't understand that, then you're never a Primo fan in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I say.
That was one of my things too. Because that album with the hype, it was like Detox. I said this before on a few other platforms. It's like, expectations of what they were. But if you actually step back from that and ride to that album, you'll hear some early Primo in there. I heard some joints that reminded me of Step Into the Arena, Daily Operation, and stuff like that. But I think one of the issues was they wanted everything to be like that track Madman, because most people that love Primo that I've run into love the hard to earn Primo, the 1994 through 1996 with the the Biggie and the Group Home and the J. Rue the Damager. But
you can't forget 98 Preem neither though.
The Moment of Truth Primo was
we can't forget 98 Preem because that's where all the hits is at. You know what I'm saying?
98 Primo was incredible.
98 Preem was insane. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's probably the best version.
We'll never get 98 Preem again, but I'm okay with that. But here's all right. So leading into that, because this is part of the. All right. So you had 94 Preem, and then you got 98 Preem, but then you also got 96 Preem. 96 Preem is Wrath of the Math, and a couple other records that are in that area.
MOP joint to the death, ain't it, or something like that?
I want to say, was it Firing Squad? Not Firing Squad.
It might have been Firing Squad. It might have been Firing Squad.
Might have been Firing.
It might have been Firing Squad.
But there's like a transitional era of Preem where he goes from 94 Primo to 98 Primo, and Wrath of the Math is probably the best example of that. Now here's what here's what I'm thinking. Wrath of the Math is like, it's not quite 94 Preem, but it's not quite 98 Preem neither.
That's very true.
All right. There's something in between.
A combination of them.
Yeah, it's a kind of a combination. It's the journey to 98 Preem.
Okay.
All right. It's the journey to 98 Preem, because you go back and listen to some of those beats, you'd be like, oh, I hear where you're going. It's not quite there yet. Then you get the Moment of Truth, and it's like, there it is.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there it is. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? So I think, there's new technology happening right now. Niggas is dying to sample laws because sample laws is cracking down harder than ever. Let niggas figure it out, man. Niggas is trying to figure this shit out. Let them figure it out. Put it that way.
Yeah. Hey, my last thing on Moment of Truth and Primo, I felt like, this is my personal opinion, that's when Primo got his PhD. Like, that was the final version of it. The greatest Primo for me was Moment of Truth was like his magnum opus to me as far as production, and it was a culmination of everything he had done from No More Mr. Nice Guy.
You know what else happened with 96 Preem? Because I want to say Reasonable Doubt was 96.
That was 96.
Yeah. So we definitely got. Wait, what you say? No. Moment of Truth is 98.
Moment of Truth 98, but 96 is Reasonable Doubt when he did the Evils and Bring It On and all that.
You got the Evils, Bring It On, and all of that. Right. Yes. So we can't sleep on that era of Preem either. You know what I'm saying? So he found it. He might have found it then.
I'm gonna ask you this though. The 5 best produced albums to you, man. Beats. Just beats. Not engineering, not nothing.
Should I get a lifeline here? Hold on. All right. I'm gonna go here.
No lifeline, player.
I didn't mean to do that. You know what?
Just beats.
Just beats.
And I know your ear for beats are incredible because you make incredible beats.
That
So you got to give me
goddamn,
5.
that goddamn group home album.
So is that Primo's magnum opus with beats, man? Because I had a debate with somebody about that.
A lot of people will say that. A lot of people will tell you, yeah, that group home was the album.
I thought it was, man.
Yeah, a lot of people could argue that was the album that took Preem. Notice an album, not one song, an album. People, that's the album that took. Yeah, that's the album that took Preem from here to here.
So that's one of mine. That's one of my Khrysis. Living Proof is one of my top 5 best beats as far as production album.
I'll take that and raise you the Getaway Car mix. I'll take that and raise you the ghetto car. Ooh, Crooklyn Dodgers was 96. That Crooklyn Dodgers loop. Oh.
Ooh,
that's Primo in a flow state. That's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's
Primo in a flow state.
I help you out. Hold on. I'm gonna give you another one of mine there. Mobb Deep Infamous album.
Infamous? Yes. Fuck
just beats. That's in my top 5 beats.
Yes.
Mobb Deep Infamous.
I'm gonna throw in Midnight Marauders.
That's my favorite rap album of all time, so I'm biased. So that's definitely one for me. It's flawless.
That's a good bias to have, sir. I'm right there with you.
Yes, my favorite group, favorite album. That's 3.
Cuban
That's
Links.
Tough, man.
Cuban Links.
Only but for Cuban Links. Can't debate that. I'm
gonna put that in a tie with Liquid Swords.
Liquid Swords dark, man. It's gritty and dark.
I love it. I love them both.
It's amazing.
I love them both. Like sometimes, and you know, because that's like the craziest. That's like one of the wildest arguments to get into, as far as like hip hop debates. Cuban Links versus Liquid Swords. That's one of the illest debates out. So I'm gonna put them in a tie, because both of them to me is some of RZA's best work.
That is tough, man. Like both of them are pretty much flawless production wise, but as an album, I got Cuban Links in my top 5 greatest hip hop albums of all time, just period. You know what I'm saying? But
keep it there, please. Keep it there, man. Don't.
Yeah. But Liquid Swords is a good conversation. I don't think it comes up enough anymore in terms of just the production, because we know what GZA did lyrically, but the production is. I mean, what RZA was doing from '93 to '97 was nothing short of amazing.
Because what's crazy about Liquid Swords is most of the album is just straight loops. No drums added, none of that shit. Is just, straight.
Damn, I ain't never looked at it like that.
You really go through that album. A lot of that album is just, that nigga was just, first of all, it's clearly flow state RZA. That's like 5 beats a day. You making 5 beats a day, crazy like that. You've been making 5 beats a day for about a month and a half once you get in that chamber in your brain. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, he went off respectfully. He went off on both of those albums. But yeah, to me, I just love the texture of.
And I might throw Doggy Style up there, man. For me personally, man, I love Doggy Style beat production.
Yeah, those beats. Yeah,
and you know what too? The DOC, No One Can Do It Better beats, man. Dr. Dre was a monster on that album, man.
Yeah,
those beats were sick on DOC album, man.
Okay,
sick.
I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that one. That one's a little before me, but I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah, I'm old, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm old too. I'm old too. Me and you, 2 different types of old though.
Well, look, I can tell you off gate, I'm 6 years older than you. So I'm a whole era ahead of you, bro.
I turned 45 this year, so technically I'm 5. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, all right. Well,
that's a high school career. That's one high school career.
That's the era in hip hop.
We are one high school career away. All right.
That means I'm a whole era in front of you, player.
But see, all right, right. See, and now
you got an old soul though, so.
Nah, because I get into this with people who are in the era behind me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when I start talking about Wu-Tang, that's like how they start looking at me. They give me the same look that I give y'all when it's like when y'all get into
EPMD. All right, everybody
EPMD
rock him.
and Eric B and Rakim, and it's just I shut up and listen and I accept it. You know what I'm saying? I just got to shut up and listen and accept it. You know what I'm saying? And then you probably got cats behind you when they get to talking about Houdini and you know
Absolutely.
and all of that. You're probably looking at them like, yeah, I wasn't there.
Man, you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad we right here in this conversation now, because I was talking to my homie R.A. the Rugged Man a couple of years ago. He was on the podcast, and I was saying how there's nothing wrong with talking to people older than you, because I used to speak to my dad and my uncles about Motown. Marvin Gaye, my favorite single, What's Going On, my favorite album. It's the GOAT album to me. But I wasn't born in 72 when What's Going On came out, so I would talk to my dad and uncles and all, and they would educate me on Marvin Gaye, the early Stevie Wonder albums. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting the knowledge from people older.
Facts. No, I had a dope conversation with one of my dad's friends about when To Pimp a Butterfly came out about and he said the way To Pimp a Butterfly was received was the same way Songs in the Key of Life was received when it
Woo!
Yeah. All right. And here's why. Here's what he said. And he used north and south. He used cats that lived up north versus cats that lived down south. Cats that lived down south did not like Songs in the Key of Life when it came out because there wasn't enough songs for them to dance to. Only New York niggas like Songs in the Key of Life. It's funny, I live in
LA. Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, Songs in the Key of Life was looked at the same way. You know how To Pimp a Butterfly was like, oh, what's this? We can't dance. There's no club records. What's this?
Right.
The same shit with Songs in the Key of Life when it came out. Ain't enough club records on here.
So sometimes you miss out on the brilliance of it until you sit back, take a seat back.
Oh, this is everybody's favorite album now.
Oh,
it's everybody's favorite album now.
Right.
It's, you know what I'm saying?
Great, yeah. It takes time. So great bodies of work take time. So and sometimes it don't hit this. It don't give you this immediate hit, and you gotta digest it. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the thing with The Pimp a Butterfly, and obviously with Stevie Wonder. Now people host that album as one of the greatest albums of all time from Stevie Wonder.
Of course, man. I mean, as far as club records is concerned, ads still get played in the club to this day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you hear that?
Classic.
You let that whole song play out damn near.
You look, all kind of parties, weddings,
all kind of parties. You can play I Wish at a party right now and watch them jump. Dum, 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 dum. They hear that.
Hey, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. You know, I want to ask you this. What beat did you hear, man, or beats? And he was like, "Damn, man, I wish I'd have made that." Or, "Damn, I heard that sample. I was thinking about that shit. I should have made that beat." Or, "I'm jealous I didn't make that beat."
Man, this is
talk to me, man.
It's this tape on this beat on a Dilla tape that's like this Brothers Johnson loop.
Oh.
That I had been playing with for years, and then when I finally heard what Dilla did with it, I was just like, "Oh, that's all he did. He just found the right drum for it." I could not find and they made it swing right. I was just like, it just let me know how hard I was overthinking this shit.
Oh,
it just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, I pop in a Dilla tape just to remind myself how hard I'm overthinking. When it comes to
do you think overthinking sometimes slowed down some of your production where you could have pumped something out faster, or you sat on the beat too long?
Hell yeah. And I try my best not to beat myself up about it every day, but you know, I do. You know what I'm saying? I just
like a perfectionist thing. You make some joints and like, I just don't sound right, but somebody else here and be like, dude, that's it right there.
Yeah, I kind of let go of that. I let go of that because what I do now, like I make a beat and just be like, all right, I'll save it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll delete it, but every now and again I make a beat and just,
You'll delete some of them, bro?
Some of them get deleted, some of them get saved.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck. I'll make another one. So look,
and I can see you doing that too. I can see you know doing that.
So, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll make another one. Fuck it. And you know, all right, let's put it this way. Let's say I make like 5 beats a day, right?
Okay.
Um, there's gonna be like two, at least one or two of those beats that I really, really, really like, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
there's probably gonna be like 3 beats that I probably another two of those beats I probably started, and one or two of those beats I probably started and didn't finish. And then there's probably another beat in there I probably just thought nothing about. Was just like, fuck it, that was just practice, right? Now, if I keep doing that over and over and over and over and over, and then let's say I do that for like a week, and then I go back and do a review of everything I listen, then I'll have those beats. You got those beats that you listen to 2 or 3 days later, be like, hold up, man, I was onto something. Wait, this sounds better than I
Okay.
thought when I was making it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you'll find 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
beats like that. So now you got like this whole, next thing you know, you got like an album worth of beats, and probably half of it, you probably got about like, let's say you make about 25 beats. You're gonna come out of I'm gonna come out of there with at least an album with at least 16 joints that are keepers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And probably out of those 16, half of those are joints I slept on when I was making it.
Good. Okay. You bring me to this question
And then
now.
the other
Okay.
half probably never got bounced and just sat in the machine, right? That's when I start
Mm-hmm.
calling people over. Because that's when I call somebody over, like, hey man, just sit with me
Okay.
while just sit with me. I'm just play shit out of the machine. If you hear something,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. And I'll be like, I'll play some shit and be like, this some bullshit. Let me see. Oh, that's the one. That's the one you like? That's all you want? It'll probably be like a little 2-bar loop I just threw together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think we know that. You know what I'm saying? But those are always the records that crack. I don't know what it is. Something I know, something I've learned. I've been in this game long enough. It's always those beats I just threw together real quick, didn't think nothing of it, and they always end up making the greatest songs. So
that makes sense though. That makes
yeah,
sense because I remember Havoc was saying one time when he was making I think he made Quiet Storm. He hadn't even
right.
had it added yet, and Prodigy was like, "Dog, that's the one." He's like, "Word, that's it." And look what kind of song that is,
What it
because for
turned into.
y'all make so many beats. What I might hear if I was with you right now, and you playing me some joints, like you said, you might be like, "Yeah, these just some joints I just did real quick." I might be like, "Dude, this one of the best beats I heard about last month." You know what I'm saying? But you don't.
Case in point, I'll use myself as an example. Remember "Daughter of My Life" by Joe Scudder?
Yeah.
I almost deleted that beat.
See, you can't be deleting beats, dog.
Knife said the same shit. You know
I'm
how
sure
you
it is.
know how P do, and you know how P do. Hey, dog, what's that? You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
So, you know how P do.
I
Hey,
know.
dog, what's that? You know what I'm saying? So he stick his head around. Like, man, I'm finna delete this shit. He was like, nah, man, hold on, give me that.
I know he was gonna get on you about that.
Yeah, nah. He's like, nah, hold on, give me that. So he left. I gave him the beat. I gave him a bounce to the beat. And then he came to me about 2 weeks later. It was like, yo, no. He hit me 2 days later. It was like, yo, send me the stems. Well, send me the the breakdown of the beat. Whatever. We didn't know it called stems back then. So he asked me for the stems. So I sent him the stems. And then 2 days, actually, I gave it to him on a burnt data CD. You remember that? Yeah. I had to give it to him I had to burn it on a data CD for him, so he could take it to cool it. And he took it and sequenced it. And he came back a week later and was like, yo, check this out. Daughter of My Life with Scud on it. I was like, damn.
That joint was right.
He said, yeah, that's your beat, dog. He looked at me and said, that's your beat.
Yeah.
That. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And that joint was dope.
Yeah, everybody went crazy. That was my first occasion of me about to throw a beat away and niggas stopping me and saying, no, don't. Another beat that
leave all that shit in the vaults.
Yeah, another beat that I didn't think much of when I made it was "Watch Me."
Bro, that's one of my favorite joints on the Minstrel Show, man.
So check it
out. Great beat.
So check it out. When I was making it, I probably wasn't in the best mood in the world. Sometimes you get in that funky mood, you kind of can't think straight.
Life shit.
It led me to a beat block, right? Beat block. It's like a writer's block. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hearing records and nothing. I'm hearing records and nothing's jumping out at me. Nothing's jumping out at me. I don't feel anything. So finally, I was just like, I just took a deep breath and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna chop the first thing this needle touches. I just dropped the needle. I said, all right, I'm gonna just use that. And "Watch Me" was born. And I didn't think much of it. And I was just like, yeah, it's a cool little beat. Yo, here's this beat I made. Yo, Knife heard this shit. He was like, yo, what's that? I was like, some shit I threw together. What's that? Some shit I threw together. Man, hold on, let me get that. weeks later, it's a little brother record.
Yeah, because you the only feature producer on the minstrel show, correct?
Yes, on the minstrel show. Yes.
That's what I thought. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, because I was listening to a lot of your joints recently. Anyway, Watching It probably one of my top 10 Khrysis beats for real.
Thank you, man. You like that one
No,
more than
it is
Starvation?
that. So what,
You like that one more than Starvation?
bro?
Say what? Say again.
I might.
Okay, cool.
But you know, real talk, the one that hit me with them drums, man, is that number 8 shit for Jean Grey.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That I like Onion Head, man.
Okay.
That shit crazy. Couple of joints on that Elzai album. But yeah, but I mean, again, which leads me to this.
Okay.
Your 3 favorite beats that you ever made, bro. I know I'm throwing them at you, bro. I'm throwing them at you.
My 3 favorite beats that I've ever made. Like songs that are out. I'll be putting shit out and forgetting about it. My bad. Hold on, let me see. I'm at the cheat.
Yeah. Like when you made the joint, you was like, now this don't feel like a throwaway. This I killed this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to think, man. It's gotta be.
I mean, you got so many beats, bro.
Ooh Wee by Rhapsody. That's probably one of my favorites that I've done.
Okay.
Let me see.
That's a dope one. I like that joint you did. I like that joint you did for Conway too. I like that joint a lot.
Whoopi. I had so much fun. So Whoopi is crazy because that's one of those records. It was one of those things where it was just like, all right, we're flipping records again and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I was actually driving from Charlotte. I was in Charlotte. It was like a Thanksgiving Day weekend. And I just dropped my mom. My mom lives in New Jersey, but we got family that live in Charlotte. So I did Thanksgiving with the family I had in Charlotte. And I dropped my mom off, and then I cut on the radio, and Watermelon Man, Herbie Hancock, that joint came. Well, I'll talk about it. I can talk about it. He cleared it. He's getting his money for it. So that joint came on, and I'm like, you know what, man? Ain't nobody used this in a while. What the fuck? Ain't nobody used this in a long time. Was it Dolly My Baby was the last time anybody tried it? All right, cool, nigga. So I came up with the chop in my head. I was singing that set, and I sung that shit in my head for 3 hours from Charlotte to Raleigh. I walked straight in the studio and made that.
You ain't want to forget.
Right. I walked straight into the studio and made that beat in like 15 minutes, real quiet. I had the volume low and everything. I was just like, let me throw this together real quick. Turn the volume up. Yo, Knife.
Right.
Yo, P, check this out. You know what I'm saying? So it was that's one of those. The D'Angelo flip I did too for Black Thought. That was one of those. I think we were coming from VA, and that album had just been out. It had just come out. So I was just like, you know what? Go ahead. I walked straight in the studio. Didn't say nothing. Walked straight in the studio. Tapped the beat out. Probably made that beat in like 15 minutes.
Is that joint on the streams?
Yeah, it's on the Black Thought and Ninth Project. It's called
that's what I thought.
It's called Thank You. Yeah.
It's called what?
I hear me is like, yo, Black Thought want that beat. He want the what you call beat. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy one.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a crazy. I know it's hard for you to pick. I mean, because you got 1,000 beats.
They're all my
man,
babies. They're all my babies.
Yeah, so it's impossible, really.
Yeah, it's really impossible. There's so many records because I got like R&B joints that I did. Some of them came out, some of them didn't. I know there's this one record that I did with this group called Young Bull. The record is out. And it's called Dreaming. It's like an R&B record that's featuring BJ the Chicago Kid.
I'm about to listen to that joint then.
That came out super dope. I'll send you the rough mix because I kind of like the rough.
Okay.
Mix.
Okay. Now you had some dope beats on that. You the album last year was it TF with TF?
TF, yes. Yeah, one of my favorite songs I've done was that record with TF and Sir. That's probably one of my favorite songs that I've done.
Okay.
because Sir freaked it, man. Like,
Man, yeah,
and then
that's
he
talent,
let me
man. A lot of
produce. He
talent.
let me produce him a little bit too. Like, he was like, he sent the hook back, and I asked him like, "Yo, can you do some stuff in the background so I can, have some stuff to fly around in the backgrounds?" And 2 days later, he sent me back vocals. More vocals to produce him, to actually like, okay, I could sprinkle these around through the song right here. So, I call it getting my minority report on. You know what I'm saying? You know how you looking at it in Pro
Yeah,
Tools, and you're moving the wave blocks around all over the fucking place. I'm doing this whole minority report shit to the record. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
dude, talented.
he trusted me with his vocals to let me
Yeah,
do that. So, what I'm saying? Shout out to Sir.
yeah, man. Dude, super talented, man. Super talented. That's what he got.
How many records was that? That was two? We need a third one.
Yeah, I think that was two. You got one more to go, man.
No,
Appreciate you too, my G. You know what I'm saying?
no. Trust me. Don't. I'm having a great time. Don't let that shit
Good,
fool you.
good, good.
Don't let that shit fool you. I'm having a real good time. Don't let that fool you.
Oh, it's all love, man.
Man.
Let's see.
They're all my babies. Let me see. Damn. I'm in so many fucking
What about this then? How about this?
and I like
When
them
you
all
look
for
at
different reasons.
when you look at your fully produced projects, man, do you have a favorite one? Fully produced by you.
Probably the green bottle. Definitely green bottle. Out of
Okay.
yeah, green bottle, TF.
Okay.
That's the one I like
Okay.
the most. Out of all the like the single one producer records that I've done in the past, probably like 5 years. That's definitely one
Okay.
of my favorites.
What about overall?
Overall, uh, every time I put up another record, I always feel like it's my greatest work. um, um, I would say Between Heaven and Hell came out really good. The one with Add Two.
Yeah, that did come out
That
well.
one came out
Very,
crazy.
yeah.
Our
That's a
Crisis.
dope
That's
that
my
was a
baby.
dope project.
Thank you. Green Bottle, Pure Ism 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably I would say Funk What You Heard too, as far as like the beat tapes is concerned. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Because you got like 5 beat tapes, don't you?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Yeah, 5, 6.
Oh, 6 of them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was about at least 5 for
And
sure.
then I got another one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6, and about to be 7. About to be 7 in a couple weeks. So yeah.
Yeah. Got to make sure I got to cop that player.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yeah.
I always need some bangers to ride to. Like I told you. Matter of fact, I lied. I said the other day I listened to the Our Crisis again today when I was coming from Durham, because I go to Durham 3 days a week to one of my offices. So I actually listened to that joint today again, because I've kept that joint. The other song I put on several times, the Buster and then Pharaoh and You.
Okay.
That joint crazy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm about to
Yeah,
ask you, what's your favorite song on that album?
that's probably the one, man.
Okay. Thank you, man.
That's probably the one. I mean, I like a lot of. I mean, I like the whole joint, but just the way that beat was, the way the rhyming was on it, had a lot of good energy on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one.
I sat on that verse for mad long because I really wanted Buster
I'm
to.
gonna post that song tonight on Twitter.
I sat on that beat and verse for probably about 6 years because I wanted Buster to do that record.
It was a perfect song for Buster to be on.
Yeah. And I was trying to think of, and just trying to think of who the third person that would be able to carry this was like Pharaoh. Only person I can hear doing something like this is Pharaoh with us. So
Goes back to earlier part of this conversation when I said when you make a beat, you know what I'm saying, is that intentional to match a certain kind of artist? And I think you answered my question now in terms of like that song, and when I heard it today, it sounded like a song Buster should be on.
right, and the answer is sometimes. All right, sometimes.
Okay.
Other time, a lot of time, most of the times it's unintentional. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm just making shit just to make shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it out of my system. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to make stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I go through withdrawal if I don't make shit for a while. You know what I'm saying? So I need to make shit. if you're sitting in the room with me, it's easier to make some. It's easier to make a custom. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have a conversation with somebody and I'll just be on the lookout for certain sounds and be like, oh, okay, yo, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, remember that conversation we had? I think I got it. I think I got the beat for it. 9 times
Do you
out of 10,
ever
I don't think about who the beat is going to go to probably till like a day or two after I make the beat.
do you ever ride in a whip, man, or when you travel or whatever, and listen to certain like old legendary R&B or soul or rock albums to give you inspiration, man, and stuff like that? Or do you ever?
All the time. All the
Okay,
time. All the time. You know, it depends. I'll just cut on Pandora and put it on the Loose Ends channel.
oh, yeah, right,
Figure out what happens there. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
and they'll take you down a whole rabbit
it'll
hole.
take you all the way down there, man. I got 2 channels. I got the Loose Ends channel and I got the Tony channel. It's gonna take you all through there. It's gonna take you all through there.
Have you ever sampled a Tony song?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, of course. Of course. Yeah, I did that like years ago. I tried to flip It Feels Good a long time ago. Okay. Does Kissing You by Total count?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that is Raphael Sadiq.
You wrote that?
He produced that. That's him playing the guitar and all that shit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I love that. So that's my favorite Total song. Shit.
Yeah. Raphael Sadiq did that. He did that,
Well,
and
Sadiq is one of the most underrated. Yeah. Raphael Sadiq is one of the most brilliant, underrated guys, man. So say it again.
He's starting to get his props now. I peeped it.
You gotta give it to him, man.
Gotta give him his props. He's starting to get. He always gets his props on the West Coast though. I didn't know that Ray Ray album was like a West Coast classic the way it is.
Bro, people love that album.
I didn't know. I thought I was on an island listening to that album, especially living in North Carolina. Especially living in North Carolina, when that album dropped, I felt like I was the only person on the earth listening to that.
You wasn't. You just didn't know I was listening to it just as much as you were.
Word up! I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Same way I think he's just such a brilliant musician all the way around. He can do everything.
You know what's crazy? You don't know what's crazy? On the West Coast, the Lucy Pearl, had surpassed Dance Tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That Without You.
All I really want is you.
Oh, that one. Okay, gotcha.
The one with Snoopy Q-Tip. Battle Cat did that one.
Okay, gotcha. I was thinking about the other song.
Nigga, when you play that shit out here, niggas don't give a fuck about fuck Dance Tonight. Play that.
What?
Yeah. You play Dance Tonight, they'll hit them. They'll hit a two-step. They'll hit a two-step. Nigga, you play that goddamn all I really want is you. You play that shit, elbows out, nigga start walking. Nigga. It's like you
over there.
Yeah. It's like you fucking played more bounce or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you over there get a different vibe now. You know what I'm saying? You get over there get a different vibe on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing the difference. I'm seeing the differences. I mean, it's not by much, but it's like, it's like the same thing you see in the South, but the West Coast version of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have their artists here that they fuck with, and this is the sound that they fuck with. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like 2 or 3 drum sounds that'll make you beat West Coast, but there's like, depends on which era you from. It depends. There's an underground West Coast beat. There's a mainstream West Coast beat now. You know what I'm saying? Then you got that third level of underground. You know what I'm saying? Of LA underground, where it's like, okay, I'm learning more and more about Freestyle Fellowship out here.
Yeah, they've been around forever.
Right. I'm learning more and more about how big their influence is on the LA underground. I didn't know how big it was out here. But yeah, especially with all the stuff that they was doing with the Lamert Park and the coffee shops out there.
It shocked you, didn't it?
It shocked the hell out of me, man.
Yeah.
It shocked the hell out of me, man. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out
to Ev and Blue, man. They've been schooling me on that, you know what I'm saying, on that era. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Mike and Nine. I think I got to meet him a couple times, man. So yeah, I didn't know. Man, I simply didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's like talking to
they pioneers over there, man.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I don't doubt it. Because I did like the song they had with Daddy O. I do remember that one, like vaguely.
Shout out to Daddy O.
Shout out to Daddy O. Oh, because I vaguely remember that song, but it's not like something that I commit. It's like if you
Right.
play it, I'm like, oh, I do remember. Gotta be righteous, gotta be free. I do remember that song. That song went over like that. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got to think at the time, what was that? 94?
Something around that time.
Nigga, that's Wu Tang. That's prime Wu Tang time on the East Coast.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
Wu Tang Biggie, and you know what I'm saying. And that's like, you know, what I'm saying? It's crazy because, all right, if I go home talking about freestyle fellowship back home is like talk. It's like coming out here and telling everybody about question mark asylum.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look
Yeah.
away. If I sit down
Yeah.
and like, y'all remember Hey Look Away by question mark asylum, they're gonna be like, who?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah.
love that song, but they didn't know
Yeah.
that. Just to
That
bring
makes
it.
sense.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, we're lucky here because you grew up here in North Carolina too after you left Jersey. Like North Carolina, melting pot. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we kind of got a chance to love East Coast, West Coast, down south, Midwest, Texas with Houston and all that. You know, we spoiled here, man, because it really ain't that much bias in my opinion. Because I like Snoop just as much as I like Method Man when I was in high school and college.
For sure. Okay. Talking about that's like coming over here trying to tell everybody about Trouble Funk and
Okay.
all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like go-go music.
Yeah.
They don't even know that Doing the Butt by EU is a
Yeah,
whole
that's DC
genre.
area.
They don't know that is a whole genre out here.
It
You know
is.
what I'm saying? So,
And
and I
huge
kind
back
of
in the
want
day in DC.
there's a couple reasons why I want to keep it that way, but we're not going to talk about that. So
Right.
I hope it stays that way. You know what I'm saying? Because Hollywood get a hold of your shit, nigga.
Speaking of West Coast, real quick, man. You've worked with like Dale's Home Safely, right? And like Murs, correct?
Yeah, I've worked with Murs. You know, I was around for a lot of the albums that him and Knife made, especially the first three.
Last 316 or something like that.
I was definitely around every day for 316. I was in the studio every day for that one.
And, that was a dope album too.
And Murray's Revenge was in the studio every day for Murray's Revenge too.
Yeah, both of them was dope, but I really like that 316. That shit was hot.
316 was where it was at. 316 is where it was at.
Yeah, that's probably that for me. That's probably my favorite by them out of the whole little collection.
I agree.
You know, so that's probably
it was the most purest, man. That was the most like, okay, we just love cooking together type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope, man, because they're beyond music, man. They're really like friends. So you're really just watching two.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Fuck around. You know what I'm saying? So and cook up.
That makes it organic too. You know what I'm saying? It makes what I did want to ask you this too, man. Did you on that Fonte Charity Starts at Home that everything is falling down? Did you make that beat?
Yes, sir.
That's okay. That's my other top 5 Khrysis beat.
Oh shit! Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the one right there because that's the song I put on repeat the most on Charity Starts at Home. Not just because of the lyrics, but because of that beat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So look, man, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. But let me ask you this, man. Like this year, 2026, man. Whatever you can disclose. I know some stuff, you got to keep to, off video. But like, what you got going on for this year, man? Like, you working on a couple of full projects, man, and also some beat tapes and some other things as well, or what?
Always, man, constantly working. So like, last year, last couple of years, I was trying to really get started on this, but I think now I finally got the momentum that I've been trying to pick up for the last couple of years. So, I did end off last year with Khrysis on the Boards Volume 2. Releasing that ESPs. It's a B tape. 2 weeks after that, I released another instrumental B tape, Khrysis on the Boards Volume 3, the archive. It's a bunch of old beats from hard drive crashes. I just finally was just like, fuck it, let me give it to the people. That way it's just not sitting, you know what I'm saying? Then I have a single. When is this interview coming out? What do you think?
Tonight.
Oh shit. All right, fuck it. Next Friday. Next Friday, January 30th, I have a song with Pete Rock.
Ooh.
Already. So
yeah,
it's crazy too, man, because it was probably one of the first sessions I had when I moved to LA.
Okay.
Yeah. I caught him. He was out here rehearsing for his tour with Common. It was probably
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was out here rehearsing with Common for the auditorium tour right before they went on tour. And yeah, I caught wind that I hit him up, just let him know I moved in LA, and then he kicked me up like, yo, I'm out here with Common, yo, da da da. After I get out of rehearsal, man, come scoop me. Come scoop you and do what? Come where you at? We cook. All
Right.
right.
No.
All right. What?
Say less.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I went down there, man. I went to where he was at, man. I scooped him up. We came back to the house, man. I texted him some beats the night before, and he told me which beat he wanted, and the next day I scooped him up. He came back, he finished writing the verse. We played a couple of beats,
Whoa.
and he laid his verse down, and then he jumped. He then I looked at that right there. I said, "Hey, you want to add something to it?" And he said, "Yeah, I'll put some cuts on there." Boom! He jumped right on this turntable right here and put
Man,
cuts.
that's
on
crazy, man.
Yeah, so it was just and then
Oh man. So
yeah,
next Friday.
next Friday, then I had to sit down and write my verse, and you know what I'm saying, and then I had to learn how to mix with new equipment and all of that stuff, and yeah,
Man, that's crazy. Y'all hear this? That's going
yeah,
Khrysis featuring Pete Rock next Friday. We're gonna pump
next
that
Friday,
joint.
two
We're
piece
gonna pump.
already back with Good Enough Part 3.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's
we're gonna pump that on the platform, my dude, for
Thank
real,
you.
man. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, bro, I
Wait,
appreciate you, man.
not done yet.
Oh,
There's more,
holla.
but wait, there's more. After that, we got Khrysis on the
Yeah.
board. We got Khrysis on the boards, Volume 4, which is another
Okay.
beat tape. I'm gonna do that exclusively on Bandcamp until I decide to put that on DSP. I'll figure
Okay.
out when I want to do it. I'll let y'all know when I want to do that. And then after that, I probably got
Okay.
like 5 more albums that I made with other artists, with 5 other artists. So
5 other artists.
yeah, Mussolini
Ooh.
is one of them. So there's gonna be
Mhm.
another Mussolini album. After
Okay.
that album, me and Blue made an album.
Blue.
Yeah, BLU.
Yeah, who used to be with Exile?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
He's still with Exile. They still rock. They still
Yeah,
rock.
okay, yeah.
They
Dope, dope MC.
just dropped another album last year. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
came out
that's
really,
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
really
right.
good. I'm
Yeah,
in one of the
sounds
videos.
good too.
I'm in one of the videos.
He still sound dope.
Nah, Blue's insane, man.
Nasty.
That guy's a fucking alien.
He is.
So after that, Metaphor, MED from Oxnard.
Yep.
Me and him started on some songs. We got a good, nice little songs together. And then there's this
Okay.
new kid from Florida that I met at a Rock Nation event. His name is Gats, Gats. He's from Florida.
GATS.
Yeah, he's from Tampa. GAT $, excuse me. Pardon me. Let me not do that. GAT $. That's his name. He's from Tampa,
Okay.
Florida. I mean, he got some really good things to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how
Check him out, man.
you know how you got artists that can rap, but then you got artists that got something to say. He really got something to say. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta check him out then.
I love the fact that he got something to say. Actually, the records that me and him are doing are totally different from anything that he's ever put out.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can get an idea of what he's capable of. You know what I'm saying? Because he understands the whole visual side of it too. So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's like one of those total package guys, man. But he's so new.
Yeah, I gotta do the knowledge on him.
Yeah, he's so new that it's hard to find. It's hard for me to give out any points of references. But I think everybody's gonna like what he has to say on these songs. So
looking forward to it.
Same, you know. So that's how 2026. That's just the first half of so I got the first half of 2026 planned out. I'm making a plan. I'm putting the other half of the year together now.
Man, it's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? After over 2 decades in here, man, you still got the love for this shit, man. You still pumping out dope music. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people can't say they've been around for over 20 years, man. 20 years of hip hop is a lifetime, man. The culture's only about 52, 53 years old, man.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank God. Jesus, man. Like, you know.
Absolutely. Well, look, man, you already know anytime something come up, bro, whatever I can do to help, bro. You know, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we got a chance to link back up, man. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. We gotta do this some more, man. Do this again later on, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely do that, man, for sure. So look, ladies and gentlemen, Episode 95, Dome Podcast, the homie Khrysis, amazing producer, amazing engineer. We out of here. Peace.
Peace and love.